job is to start building your fine arts course pages. So if you notice over here on the right hand side, most of these have these little lines through them. That means they are not showing up in your navigation. And what I mean by that is when you look at your website, there's nothing in your menu here. So in order to populate the menu so that whoever is looking at your website can access your stuff, you have to click on the three little dots off to the side and tell it to show in navigation. So obviously, all of you guys have fine arts courses because you're currently in Visual Arts 2 with me. Um, so you're going to open that one, and then you're going to do the same thing for any of the fine arts courses you had. So you're in visual arts. We're obviously going to show that in navigation. If you've had band courses, you're going to do the same thing, chorus, theater, and if you have had any of these CTAE classes, carpentry, construction, cosmetology, directed studies, engineering, graphic design, journalism, mentorship, teaching as a profession, or work based learning, if you've had any of those, then you're also going to tell it to show your CTAE courses in navigation. So now that we have this and this shown in navigation, when you look at your published site, now it's got your home screen, which is what we're on. It has your fine arts courses, which when you click on fine arts courses, it gives you all the information necessary for your fine arts diploma seal. It's already embedded in here for you. And then it's going to say fine arts courses. Well, I can't click on that and see anything under it. I'm sorry, under visual arts courses, because I haven't unlocked any of those yet. So that's going to be your next step. Once you've shown in navigation the type of courses you've had, you have to actually show the courses you've had. So go through your visual arts courses, go through band, course, theater, CTAE, and any course that you have already completed or any course that you are currently enrolled in, go ahead and tell it to show all of those in navigations. Everything that you've had needs to show in navigation. So that way, when you come over here, you have these other little drop downs that are going to show you all the other lovely, lovely stuff. So pause this, take a few minutes, and go ahead and show all the courses you've had in navigation. Okay. So now let's just go to the Visual Arts 1 course. We're just going to work on that one course to start with. And then once I show you what to do with it, you're going to do the same thing with all of your other courses that you've got populated. So every course you've taken or are taking needs to be populated in this way. So the first thing you're going to do is, what year did you take Visual Arts 1? If you're in Visual Arts 2 this year and you had Visual Arts 1 last year, then that would be the 2022 to 2023 school year for Visual Arts 1. If you had it 2 years ago, it would be 2021, 2022, and so forth and so on. So I'm going to leave that 2022, 2023. Now, if you had it as a Carnegie class last year at the middle school, then that means this year you are a freshman. Oops, sorry. Last year you would have been an eighth grader, and so you would put eighth Carnegie course. If you're a sophomore now or whatever, and you had this your freshman year, then you would put freshman. If you had it your sophomore year, so forth and so forth. Put on there what grade you were in when you had the Visual Arts 1 course. I'm just going to put freshman just so we have something. Okay. Now, scroll down. And the next thing you're going to do is add your process portfolio here. So to do that, you're going to go over here to insert. And you know how at the beginning of this unit, I had you guys put everything into your starred folder so you had access to it? All you're going to do is scroll across the top right here to where it says starred. And now that you're in your starred folder, you go and find your portfolio for your Visual Arts 1 course, click on it, and tell it to insert it. Now, more than likely, when it inserts it, it's not going to put it where you want it. If that's the case, you just grab it and drag it. Grab it and drag it so it pops into where you want it to be. Okay? Once you have that process portfolio in there, If you had myself for Art 1 or Miss Starlin for Art 1, then you wrote an artist statement at the end of the year. If that is the case, open your process portfolio, copy it, and you're going to paste it right here where it says artist statement, because at the end of each year, you're going to write an artist statement. If you did not write one, then go ahead and do that right now about your Art 1 class. Here is what you're going to put into this. Where did you take the class? Oh, here, we'll do it this way. I had Visual Arts 1 in 8th grade at West Hall Middle with Miss Sandoval. Okay, that's where you had it. Now, the next thing that you're going to write about is one of my favorite projects from that class was ... I really enjoyed this project because ... The thing or things that I really remember and impacted me about my Visual Arts 1 class is or was ... Okay, so write a brief little artist statement about your Visual Arts 1 class. Go ahead, pause the video, take care of that. Okay, now for Visual Arts 1, you are required to include your one best artwork from that class. That's what's going to go right here. So if you right click, oops, here it is. If you click on this, it says add your art here, and you go up here to the 3 dots, it says replace image. So if you have this downloaded on your computer or on your phone, you can tell it to upload it. If it is in your Google Drive, you can just tell it to select it, and you're going to go over here to your Google Images and click. I'm just going to choose this one for now. Click your one image that was your best artwork from Art 1. Now, this should already be in your portfolio. So all you're going to do is add the same information from your portfolio: the title, the date, the size, the media, and your statement or your process about that image. You only have to have one. If you have more than one finished artwork, this is not like designs and stuff. These are your finished artworks. These are your professional portfolios. Then you can add more if you need them. If you only have one, or you have one or two and you don't need all of these, don't leave these sitting on this page. They're ugly. Just go over here to the left and delete them. So whichever ones you don't need, delete them. Once you have that one or more image uploaded, once you have your artist statement written, your portfolio embedded, and all of this done, then your Visual Arts 1 course is completed. Make sure you tell it to publish it so that you make sure whoever you give access to your website to can actually see what you've done on there. Okay? So finish your Art 1, and you're going to do that exact same thing for all your other art courses. For Visual Arts 2, you have to have at least 2 artworks. For Visual Arts 3, you have to have 3 artworks. Visual Arts 4, 4 artworks, so forth and so on. AP is going to include their 5 works from their quality or their selected works. IB is going to, at the end, include the eight minimum of 8 works that are part of their exhibition that they'll do during their senior years. If you are doing band or chorus or theater, it's a little bit different because all you're doing is including an image and information about each of the performances that you were involved in. So the title of the show or the event, and then an image from that. Guys, I'm going to tell y'all the easiest thing to do is go stalk social media, or if your organization has a website, stalk that and get photos, unless you have photos that your friends or your parents or whatever took of you performing. But you're going to populate your courses for those classes in the exact same way It's just yours is performance based, where the visual arts ones are portfolio based. Okay? So knock those courses out.